The show would not be complete if we did not match the wines and the champagne with the dishes that we prepared. I have two guests who have agreed to do a little tasting for me. We have Miss September Young and we have Miss Olivia who so graciously agreed to allow us to shoot at her house. And I'd like to introduce you to our resident wine connoisseur. He will be our wine consultant for the show, Bill Huddleston. And he's with Southwest Distributor. How you doing, Bill?
Fantastic.
Now, did I pronounce your name right?
You sure did. You got it right.
I got it right. He's going to teach us throughout the series of TV specials what we need to know about wine, how to stock your bar, what goes well with different types of food. So I'm going to turn this over to him and let him do his job.
Thank you.
It's all yours, Bill.
Ladies, since this is Mardi Gras, there's no better way to start out than with a little champagne. So what we're going to do today, this is a sparkling wine from France called Saint Hilaire. This is a demi-sec. So it's got a touch of sweetness to it. This is a great way to start off the day. If you have a little strawberry or raspberry you want to throw in here, this is something beautiful. I think you're going to like this. Give that a second and take a little whiff of it and then take a sip of it and see what you think. Beautiful way to start off. Got a touch of sweetness in this. It's a perfect aperitif to start off the day with. I think you'll like something like this. And of course, for Mardi Gras, the colors couldn't be any better. Green, purple, and gold. So this sits right in the top of everything we're going to do for the holidays. Robert cooked 3 gorgeous dishes for us. So let's start off with the shrimp, which I think is going to be, this was his first dish. And I think with this, we're going to try a light red wine. We're going to try a Pinot Noir. Now, everybody says, you're doing white before red. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to go about with the dishes that we're serving. This is called Hook and Ladder Pinot Noir. This is out of California. These people are in Sonoma Valley. This is a lovely Pinot Noir. Pinot Noirs are nice because they're soft, they're easy to drink. This is the new hot thing with everybody. I think this is one of Yvette's favorite wines is Pinot Noir too. So try this and see how you like this. You've had the shrimp a little earlier. This is not too heavy. It's not going to overpower it, but it's going to stand up to the spices and the pickled okra and the peppers in there. Oh, that's got a great sound. The next dish, he did this penne pasta with pesto in there. Now, you got a lot of herbs. You got a lot of garlic. You've got basil and stuff. So you want something that's got a little herbal flavor to stand up to it. This is a Pinot Grigio from California. This is called Red Tree. This has got a little bit of that zip to it. It's got some herbal flavors. It'll stand up to the flavors in this dish. I think it'll be real nice. That's super. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to throw you off the track. I'm going to reach right around you here. We've got red beans and rice, and there could be nothing better on a Monday morning in Louisiana when they bring out the red beans. You got a little fat back in this. It's a great way to start the day. So I'm going to pour something. This is a Abita Amber beer. Trust me, red beans and rice, this is a perfect thing. It's from Abita Springs outside of New Orleans. This has got a little malty flavor to it. It's a beer that's got kind of a nuttiness in it. It would go great with the red beans and rice. So I'm going to say, y'all have had the chance of the wine. I'm going to take a sip of the beer.
To nutty beer.
To nutty beers.
Cheers.
Thank y'all.
Beverly prepares some soulful sides and gives us a secret to her famous macaroni and cheese with a twist. And she shows us how to make a simple squash dish.
From the moment you step into Senwood Appliance's spacious new showroom, you'll discover the beauty of GE Monogram and its newest award-winning products like the Avantium Speed Cook Oven, cooktops, spacious refrigerators, wine coolers, and dishwashers. GE Monogram, style for the discriminating homeowner. All at Senwood Appliance, Park Place Mall, the appliance store that makes your dream kitchen a reality. Open Monday through Saturday.
Life Skills and Social Graces, Etiquette and Enrichment Workshop. We are hosting an enrichment workshop for young males between 11 and 15 years of age in April 2008. For more information, please call 901-377-7228. Sponsored by South Haven Pontiac.
I'm here with Ms. Beverly Robinson, who is president of the National Civil Rights Museum. Beverly, now you correct me, but I think I know a few things about you.
I think you know more than a few, Rose.
Melrose High School graduate.
Absolutely.
Miss Melrose High.
Absolutely.
University of Memphis graduate.
Absolutely.
Spent a number of years in corporate communications at Holiday Inns, trust marketing with your husband, Howard Robinson, and then the National Civil Rights Museum.
That's right.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why the National Civil Rights Museum, and how did that happen?
Well, it's a very interesting story. I actually was working with Holiday Inn when the company was sold to Bass PLC out of London. And I was offered a relocation package to Atlanta. And once my husband told me I could go on, but he wasn't going with me, I decided that maybe I better stay. 2 members of the board approached me and asked me to take the job. If they think I can do it, I can do anything for a short period of time. And so a short period of time grew into the Freedom Award, and we had one of the most successful Freedom Award events that the organization had in its history. And they decided that I was the person, so they offered me the opportunity to stay on.
So how long have you been at the museum now?
It's 10 years
10
now.
years.
10 years. Whoever would have believed that? Not I.
Okay, in case there's anybody who's not been to the National Civil Rights Museum, you got 1 minute. Just tell me a little bit about the museum and what you would see if you toured the museum.
Well, the museum really is an institution that is located at the site of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and it really chronicles key episodes of the American Civil Rights Movement. Several years ago in the early 2000s, we opened an expansion which really took it from 1968 forward. So the original building, the Lorraine Motel, goes from 1619 up to 1968. The building across the street really talks about the legacy of the movement, why people struggled, fought, bled, and died. And so you learn about contemporary issues and how those issues are manifest and why people really did struggle across the street.
It's very interesting. I think my favorite is actually being at the balcony and hear Mahalia Jackson sing. It's just such an emotional experience. Last year I saw the movie The Great Debaters, Denzel Washington directed. And one of the young men who plays a member of the debate team at Wiley College, which is a true story, was James Farmer.
Yes.
A great civil rights leader.
Absolutely.
At 14 years old, on the debate team at Wiley College, and the first thing I thought about was, I said, James Farmer was one of the first recipients of the Freedom Award.
He was indeed. And at the museum, you also will find a wall of Freedom Award recipients. Those are individuals whose life's work has been committed and dedicated to the struggle for civil and human rights. And we have had some phenomenal Freedom Award recipients. Just recently, we saluted Magic Johnson for his wonderful entrepreneurial spirit. And I have to tell you, I never would have thought that Magic was so awesome.
Yeah.
But Magic left the whole audience in awe.
Young people, make sure you dream big. And then you go after those dreams.
As did wonderful historian John Hope Franklin, and of course the president of Liberia, your Sarah, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So it was fabulous this year. But the one that most impacted me was Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Some controversy last year. Some questions about the makeup of the board, corporate control, and if it should be more community involvement. How are you addressing that?
Well, many people are not aware, first of all, of the fact that the museum stays in that building under lease agreement with the state of Tennessee, primarily because the state of Tennessee provided $4.4 million in funding by taking out a bond issue before the museum was built. So we stay in it free of charge. And every 8 to 10 years, we have to renew our lease with the state. Well, it seems that around the late 90s, the state included an option for the board, the Lorraine Civil Rights Museum Foundation Board, to be able to purchase the building. Now, understand, not an individual, but the board. And that happens every day in the city of Memphis, an old fire station. You know, the city might give it to a nonprofit organization, but essentially the operations of the institution remains the same. It still is a public entity. Nothing else changes. So the confusion was really around the dollar option, which the board agreed to negotiate a long-term lease.
Thank you, Ms. Beverly Robinson, President of the National Civil Rights Museum.